Hello, my name is Chris. This is Sound Workshop. We're making music and instruments. And today I wanted to take you to a synth event in Berkeley. Well, actually, it's not just synthesizers, it's all about DIY music instruments. So in Berkeley, there's this organization called Dogbotic, and they do like, I don't know exactly, like electronic instrument education, like after school programs and stuff like this, and books. And they actually just came out with a book about making your own instruments, and today they're going to have an event as a launch party. So even though I'm not part of the book, the organizer Kirk, they graciously agreed to have me join, and because I really love this mission of using music instruments as a vessel for science and art education. Wink, wink. So I've got 2 boxes of stuff here. I've got a lot of cord and wiggler prototypes. I'm not personally offering DIY kits yet. So I thought that to fit into the theme of education, I would bring a bunch of the early prototypes and show like what these instruments looked like when they were DIY projects, basically. And I'm most excited to meet one of my heroes. He's up there in the pantheon with Roger Lynn. This other guy is named Bart Hopkin, and he made a book called Design of Musical Instruments, and it's all about making acoustic instruments. I describe Bart Hopkin like the Bob Ross of music instruments. The way that Bob can see a tree and put his finger on what makes a tree look like a tree, Bart has a similar eyesight, but for vibrations. It seems like when he looks around the world, he just sees what's vibrating and which vibrations we can take advantage of to make music instruments. And then also Bart and Bob just have such a fun, joyful personality that it comes through in the way Bob talks, and in Bart's writing, you can feel it. So Bart is also going to have a booth at this event. So I'm so excited to be there, and I'll go show you what he's got on display. Okay, let's get started. Bye. Hey, we're outside the event. Everyone is inside there making noise. So I'll go around and maybe we'll talk to some of the makers. Okay. Hey, what's your name and how are you involved with this event?
Hi, my name is Kirk Pearson. I'm a composer and the founder of Dogbotic, and this here is the Dogbotic Audio Carnival. It's a release party for our book, but also just a fun community event for experimental instrument makers around the Bay Area, such as this handsome devil.
I tried to describe Dogbotic earlier in the video. I said that you guys are using music instruments as a vehicle for education. How would you describe it? I don't know if I got it that well.
I mean, we're a studio that produces strange and interesting sounds for strange and interesting people, and we also teach workshops on how to do a lot of the techniques that we use in our day-to-day practice. So yeah, we are probably best known for teaching people how to build synthesizers. We ship you a box to your home and teach you over the course of a couple months. But we've also expanded to a whole bunch of other things. We teach classes on we teach you, there's one on experimental film processing techniques, there's one on building radios, there's one on building musical robots. So it's a whole bunch of off-the-line creative topics.
Yeah. What I love about synthesizers is to make a synth, it's truly an intersection of engineering, art, science, user experience design. So you have to really yoga your brain into all sorts of new positions.
Absolutely, yeah. The people who are here exhibiting at this event made it very easy for me to organize. I just kind of had to show up with my stuff, but it's great. I mean, it's a really lovely community of people. I'm impressed with the turnout today, but I also just, I deeply love all of these exhibitors. They're all really wonderful people that have all in some way or another kind of changed my own practice. So
cool. Well, thank you, Kirk.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
My name is Ava Kuber, and I'm here to show my instruments. It's fun to bring different aspects of visual, not just like sonic aspect of the instrument, but also visually, to me, is really important. To have something that is visually also, because I like with sound to create textures. So visually also is create textures.
My name's Aviva, and I heard about this event from my dad. Well, I have a lot of favorites, but right now my favorite is this.
My name is Bart Hopkin, and I brought, I have a gazillion instruments. I brought ones that I thought people would relate to and wouldn't get damaged and so forth. A lot of people love to do found object instruments, that's the greatest thing. But that's not me. When possible, I like to think about the instrument idea from the ground up. If I can have an idea that is based on an acoustic thought rather than I heard a sound, I like that. And then if I can develop it from there, I'm happy. It's called Dansal, Dansal, and it makes sound by frictional stroking with fingers which have rosin on them. You rosin your fingers. You stroke it long ways. That excites a longitudinal vibration in the thing. That is a vibration going along the length of the thing, not back and forth.
Right, so it's vibrating, changing in length like a slinky.
Yes, it is a lot like a slinky. It also happens to be very closely analogous to the way a flute vibrates. The air within a flute air column vibrates.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's much closer to that than any idiophonic instrument.
That's wild. Cool.
It sustains forever.
Yeah. Well, hey, thank you, Bart. I'm a big fan, and thanks for talking to us.
Thanks. My pleasure.
So that was my time at Audio Carnival. Thanks for watching. When I first showed up, I didn't know if I was at the right building. And then I heard this cacophonous, like, jangly sound of 1,000 bells. And I look over there and I thought, okay, that's Bart and I'm in the right place. I got to talk to him and he played chord and wiggler and said nice things. I thought he asked an insightful question when he was playing with wiggler. He said, do people get it? Sometimes a music instrument design just really clicks with people, and sometimes it doesn't. And he said that really nice things about wiggler and that it made sense to him quickly, and he was quickly able to start punching out a melody on it. The other thing I learned, children are a very intense reliability test on your products. I call it the tiny hands test. And I always thought that, originally I thought that the tiny hands test was like kids might use it a little bit more aggressively than an adult might. But I think that a lot of kids are actually try to break the things. Like they go up to your gadget and they go wham, wham, wham. And they rail the sliders as fast as they can. And I look forward to doing more tiny hands tests in the future when I can iterate on the design and make things more reliable. So I like to end every video with a creator shout out. And this week I want to shout out Kirk and Dogbotic. I bought their book and I'm only 10 pages in, but I like the vibe so far. It's written in a friendly voice. And the tricky thing about making electronic music instruments is you have to learn electronics, coding, and music all at the same time. So it's nice to have a book that's written for this perfect purpose. So please look in the description to find links to the Dogbotic book and Bart's book. And if you want to support our educational content, consider joining our Patreon. And until next time, remember to be yourself at full speed. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.